Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, fuck. Okay, one more time. Hello, everyone that is joining this from the YouTube and is rewatching the live stream. This is going to be a regular occurrence where I constantly say hi to everyone while everyone tries to join the live stream. And I'll give you guys the quick rundown just because there's nothing else to do, right? There's nothing else to do. What I always do when I start my live stream is always be underprepared. I live by this to a T. And the reason why I'm always underprepared when I do things is because it makes me significantly more productive compared to the person that is prepared. So for example, there is going to be a person who spends 12 hours preparing to get ready for X, Y, and Z. I'll start at the same time he starts, but I get it done within his 12 hours, within 3 hours. So I'll technically have a late start. I'll be less prepared, but the time I spent will be significantly less. And to me, it's a long-term investment. That's how I see it. And by the way, this is like with real psychology, with real studies. Boom! Oh, I hate Discord. Discord does that thing, but here we go. Send the live stream to everyone in Discord. We're going to do a part 2, which means, quite simply, after I open up my own live stream, I always post the live stream in the posts. European. European, what do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Are you that one person from the Discord? Is that why you mentioned European? But I'll be honest, today is going to be today is going to be a sweaty day. Actually, let me turn on the lights. I'm still walking, mind you. I'm still walking. I've never stopped walking, and here we are. Cause it's daytime. No. I am Californian. So, 24/7, it's always sun out. One thing I haven't realized was that last live stream, it only lasted for an hour and a half, but I was pissing like a motherfucker. Dude, I was pissing so much. Okay, so we'll do the generic thing where I'm just gonna let people know that, okay, I'm live. What do I say? Interview. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I'll be interviewing this YouTuber, INTERVIEWING at CHULDE. So if you guys don't know, interviewing trolled today. Join before it's too late. Okay, so I'm using a little bit of like scarcity, urgency. Yo, join before it's too late. All right, cool. So if you guys don't know, we're going to be interviewing this person today. I haven't talked about it much, but we recently connected. And I was like, yo, motherfucker, let's just have a conversation. Or excuse me, let's not have a conversation. Let's record the conversation just because it makes more sense. Now, here's the thing. I usually never do any research for my interviews, right? So I usually never... excuse me. And the only reason why I believe in not doing like research is because I want it to be a genuine conversation. And I don't really have an agenda, right? So because there's no agenda with me, I'm not really trying to push any propaganda or say anything that is valuable or not valuable. I just want to see what's going on. I want to see what's popping. And I'm out, bro. I start the live stream really early in the hopes that maybe something will pop in my head where I can have like a conversation and stall for 30 minutes. I don't know. So right now for me, it's 5:30 and we're going to have that conversation at 6 o'clock. So we're going to wait. We're going to take some time. But other than that, let's watch a few of this guy's videos. Actually, now that we're here. Speaking of which, I also got to message him. I got to message the guy and let him know that I'm going to call him in around 30 minutes. Give me a second. Will call you in around 30 minutes. Okay, cool, guys. So I think I have everything on. I have everything open. If you stop, you gay. I hate to say it, bro, but at some point, I'm going to stop. I already stopped. I mean, technically, I didn't. I hopped off the treadmill, but I was still technically walking. And here's the thing, guys. I am really dehydrated. Actually, I'm not going to put up a front, all right? That doesn't mean I'm going to break down crying out of nowhere. I do want to have like a real conversation. Not the most energetic me today. I am a bit tired right now, which might be the afternoon crash, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep it real. We're gonna be walking for a good minute. We're gonna have conversations. I actually recorded a bunch of TikToks earlier, so Here's the thing. I recently made a video and I'm a little disappointed because I tried to upload it twice and it's demonetized. I'm fucking cooked. So there's gonna be a lot of waiting. There's gonna be a lot to do. I also shit posted a bunch of TikToks in that time. Looks like one is doing well. By the way, I just posted these, so the 300 literally means nothing. I literally just started watching your videos, starting with the Kodak Black one. I'm really loving it so far. I'm enjoying them. So, dude, I'm right. Okay, hold up. Okay. Sorry. My brain is scattered, okay? You're 30 minutes early so far, 100%. So it's usually, my brain's a little scattered. There are people who are responding, they like the videos. And you know what, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what's genuinely on my mind, and it's the idea of business, okay? I finally spent years grinding. I have 32,000 subscribers, and it doesn't really amount to much. It really doesn't. I'm not trying to be humble. I'm not trying to downplay my success or anything. I'm not trying to like be negative, right? It's just that there's more to be had, and I'm trying to think of a long-term play. What is it that I want to do? And I realized, I think the first thing I need to do is have a name for myself, because people are kind of like, they just want a big number, and if you have that big number, it's easier things to leverage. Chase your own dreams. Thank you, man. Thank you. Obviously, I will. I'm never gonna give up. I think that's very easy to overcome. Hi, what's up? Graveyard Ghoul, how are you? Dude, holy shit, dude, today's hot. Guys, I'm gonna be sweating by the end of this live stream. I'm not even kidding. I mean, don't get me wrong, I always walk naked, so it's kind of weird that I have this on just for the live stream, but you know what? My body's awesome. My body will adapt. I'll tell you, I love this YouTube channel, and you've done great so far. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, what time is it there, bro? The light is getting you. Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll calm down over time, and if it won't, it's no big deal, right? I don't really mind too much about anything low quality. I really don't. I'm not someone who's too stingy, but I do have a video in my head. I've been thinking about it. Actually, now that we're here, we'll just do a little bit of productive work. We're going to do a little bit of productive work. Success is really strange because it can also be a little spontaneous sometimes. I hope that spontaneity happens to you. Yeah, 100%. Like, here's the thing. If you're grinding for anything, you low-key always got to convince yourself that it's going to work out. And that's the thing. Everyone who thinks it's going to work out, not everyone is going to make it, but everyone who has made it, every single one of them thought it will work out. It's that kind of mindset where you are willing to fail, but you also have to be willing to be positive. Oh shit, okay, chat's moving fast as fuck. Doing this in a rolled up long sleeve shirt, yo, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's hot as fuck outside too. Just so you know, I never watched your channel, don't know anything about you, blah, 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 blah. I might study with your reel in the background, sure, no problem. What has happened? Good morning. What has happened? It used to finally be quality content, but now it's quantity content with so much AI channels. Let's be real, okay? The only reason why there's so much AI content and low quality stuff is because people fucking eat it up. People do not care about quality. People do not know what quality is. Let's be fucking for real, all right? Let's be honest. I'm sure a lot of your favorite YouTubers are people you love to watch. I don't love to watch them. Does that make sense? Like, I don't love to watch them. I don't think they're quality, but you think everything's subjective. Bro's life's crazy. Like, you be a gifted kid and all the, oh my God. Okay, actually, let's do this. Let's take an IQ test because it's for an upcoming video. What are the time requirements for an IQ test? So if you guys don't know, I took an IQ test a very long time ago. I'll show you the thing because next video is all about intelligence. And so this is a long time ago. This was like all the way back in, I don't know, high school, early college. So I'm 18, 19. This is an IQ test I took on a whim. If you guys can't see the number, it literally says 141 to 100, So it's 141 all the way to 144, I think. I'm not too sure. Yeah, 141 to 144. And let's see, there should be like a time requirement. 60 to 90 minutes. Yo, that's fucking crazy. So here's the thing. I'll tell you guys one thing. this is not my real score. And I'm not trying to fuck around. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. I thought it was 45 to 30. I thought it was 30 to 45 minutes. So when I took this, I actually speed ran this. And the more I think about it, I actually don't want to do this live because number one, I'll be distracted. So number two, how do I say this? Number two, let's be real. Okay, there you go, 45 to 60 minutes. Who wants to take a fucking IQ test for 45 to 60 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes? That's so long. I'm never doing that. Okay, you know what? I was gonna take it for like a video, but 60 to 90 minutes is way too long. I don't even spend that much time in like anything. I'm not gonna do it just for the sake of like one video. I want to take the IQ test. Take it, bro. My dumbass. Here's the thing. Your IQ number means absolutely nothing. Let's be real. There are so many people out there that are dumb as fuck. There's so speedrun an IQ test. I have. You guys want to see me speedrun an IQ test? We can do that. Hold up. So the one I took was like Ravens or something. I heard it was like really good, like as good as it gets to like a legit one. Let me see. I think it's called Ravens 2. Oh, I know what I did. So I took the test, but it looks like someone on Reddit stole it online. Oh, whoa. So it's actually accurate as fuck. So I took this test, I think, and it was like an illegal one that I took. Oh, no fucking way, dog. Okay, we're not gonna do this. I think it's gonna take, unless I just find some random IQ test, which could also make sense. Speedrun it, gang, within 50 minutes. Okay, hold up. Let's do this. That's actually not a good idea. I mean, excuse me, Freudian slip. It's not a good idea, but let's do it anyway. Okay, so let's get some speedrun music going on. Yeah, let's fucking do this, actually. Let's do this right before I call the guy. Let's get a sub 10. Let's get it, guys. Okay, IQ test. All right, let's do a stupid IQ test. Obviously, I want something that's fast as possible. 8 questions? And I gotta pay for it? What? No, come on. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, start free test. All right, so you guys don't know IQ test is just a bunch of patterns and everything, right? So left, middle, right, left, middle, right, left, middle, right. There you go. And it's one, boom, next. Give me the next one. It's fucking speed running. Square, 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 circle, circle, circle. So there's a square, and then it's the pentagon or whatever. Boom. Next. Wait. Hold up. Wait. Actually, I think I got that wrong. Hold up. One more time. I know I'm cheating. Fuck. You can't reset it. Okay, that's bullshit. Okay, I guess that's the point of speedrun. Okay, top right, middle, top left, and it's middle. So bottom. So. Boom. So it'd be bottom left. Bottom left. Where's bottom left? There it is. Okay, so we're at 2 out of 3 right. I'll be honest, this shit is low-key easy as fuck. So boom, boom. So as you can tell, there's a pattern of like all the X's, and then there's 4 X's, 1 X, except there's 3 lines this time. So there's 3 lines. Boom, 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 boom. It's this one. Easy. Yo, is this impressive? This is literally just patterns. Down, down. I got it. So as you can tell through the angles, right? Hold up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so it's not through like the type, but it has to match. So there's one facing downward right and then downward left. Downward right, downward left. This is up. So it needs to think that goes this direction or this direction for you guys. So it has to go down, except it has 3. So boom. Dude, I'm fucking killing it. 6 out of 8. Okay. Jew, triangle. No triangle. Wait, what? Okay, hold up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1 needs to have a square. No, what the fuck? Hold up. Shut the fuck up. Hold up. Triangle. So, this needs to have a triangle. Or does it actually? Hold up. Shut the fuck up, everyone. Triangle. Up, down. This is square. Okay, so it's not the images itself, it's the square. We're looking for the square. No, we're not. What? Triangle, square, circle. What? So obviously it's none of these. I don't think it's any of these. Should it be empty? Would that be what it is? Yo, what is this? Square with green dots? All right, shut up. square with green dots. Why would it be square with green dots? Because that already exists. It wouldn't reset or do the exact same thing again. So if anything, I'm looking for something that doesn't exist on the field. So this doesn't exist. No, that does exist. This also exists. That exists. Okay, I got it. Boom. That exists. This doesn't exist. That exists. This doesn't exist. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to put here? Down triangle? All right. No, hell. Oh, it is down triangle. Down triangle doesn't exist. All right, boom, easy. Next. Okay, we are not speed running. Yo, what the fuck? All right, let's see. Top left, boom, boom. So there's a spaced out one. So this is going to be spaced out. Is there a pattern at all? Boom. So I think it goes down one, right? So each one. So one would be right here. And then there'd be one up top. There it is. Yo, I'm fucking goated. Oh, wait, this is the last one. All right. 1, 2. And then, so it takes up the spaces it took. So boom, boom, right? So this was here. This was there. So there's 2 of that. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it'd be this one. No. It'd be 1, 2. Yeah, it's that one. Oh my God. I'm a man, all right? I am 21 years old. 20 is close enough. I am from United States. My education level is high school. Come on. What is it? Yeah, I mean, I fucking thought so. I thought so, bro. Your IQ lies within a range of 128 and 144. Let's fucking go. Hey, is that... Are we fucking serious? Like that was so goddamn easy. 144, that's literally the accurate number too. So what was that? I got one wrong. Or did I even get one wrong? I think the second or third question could have been correct, or I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I was zooming by that shit so quickly, but yeah. By the way, did that make sense to you guys? Like when I was doing it, did that make sense? Did you guys like follow along? Did you guys like catch all the patterns? Did you guys know what I was getting? What does that mean, Rambo? Like you're destined for MIT? It means nothing. It means nothing, actually. Best tutor? How do you know that I was a tutor? I know I mentioned it in like a few old videos. I'm mentioning it in the next video. Believe it or not, on the Patreon, someone used the 101, like a fucking smart person. You guys remember the 101s I promote? That person used it intelligently, and he used it in a way where, you know, I helped him lock in. I got him into his dream college engineering major. So I'm going to briefly mention that at the end of the video if you guys are curious. And by the way, $5 101s are not going to be a thing anymore. We're cutting that shit off. That was just to let people know $5 101s is not happening ever again. I'm letting everyone know, right? It's going to 15. And then after 15, we're cutting that off again because I'm not working for below minimum or minimum wage. Let's be honest, right? It's just to get the Patreon. But yes, with a quick little speed run, my IQ is still high. Imagine if I took my time. Genuinely, imagine if I took my time. I don't know what would happen. I don't know. But here's the thing. It has changed nothing in my life. It has changed nothing. Rambo, take the what dare type are you quiz. We have to know. When do you open an OnlyFans? Actually, no, I'm doing neither. I'm doing neither. So here's the thing. I would love your guys' opinion on an upcoming video that I'm working on. Okay, so what's good, chat? Do like master class. All right, fuck you guys. You guys are typing straight brain rot. All right, so here's the thing. Okay. I'm trying to think of new video titles, video ideas. So if you guys see, right? Fuck, it keeps on fucking showing my name, yo. I changed my name too. I changed the name in Notion to be Rambo, but it just has my full name. And here's the thing, I shouldn't be mentioning this or else people are gonna recognize it more, but I already did. All right, anyway. Obviously, I think this is a better title, 8 Struggles of Being a Highly Intelligent Person. And as you know, there's a small amount of people here. It's bait. The video is bait. I am baiting the fuck out of people. The first 2-3 minutes is straight baloney. And why perfect grades don't matter, it's okay. I'm trying to do something about intelligence, but I'm trying to figure out what the right title is, right? It could be something along the lines of, why Americans are smarter than Africans. Yo, that is crazy. That is crazy and hilarious. Hold up, let's fucking Google this. Why Americans are smarter than Africans, I think. Yo, that is crazy. Let's see. Black Americans not like Africans. What type of fucking video is that? David Goggins explained why African Americans make up 1%. No. No, this is not it. The racial difference in intelligence debate. Yo, oh my
so
god.
This question
we're going down a fucking rabbit hole. Yo, shout out to Chold. Yo, hold up. let me make sure this guy knows. Yeah, okay. So just to let everyone know, the interview is going on. Okay, he says we'll call you in 30 minutes. He responded with a like. This is big. This is going to be my first big interview. The best fishing bait. Aren't you trolling though, Rambo? Insane. What should do why kids don't care about school? By the way, guys, it's a very complex topic. That's why I'm making a video about it. I could yap on for an hour about the entire video. It's very complex. So it's like we can talk about it, but you only get like snippets and you won't get the main idea. And even if you watch the video, you'll interpret it in a wrong way. That's why I noticed a lot of people type shit out. And anyway, let's watch this.
Intelligence is really interesting and I think very important because...
You know what I'm upset with? I used a Joe Rogan clip in one of my videos, and it was quite literally an angel investor, Naval Ravikant. He invested in Facebook, Uber, and people were talking shit. They're like, oh, Joe Rogan, your point's invalidated. Like, guys, it's not Joe Rogan's that's fucking talking, number one. And it's like this whole thing. Somewhere here's a psychic. Yeah, this guy's
we talk about intelligence as if we know what it is, right. but we don't. It expresses itself in so many different ways. Right. There's so many manifestations. So this big controversy that's happening now among, between, I don't know if you're aware, this was Sam Harris and Ezra Klein and Andrew Sullivan, and people are
and Charles Murray,
right? Yeah. Exactly. That whole thing about racial
people that don't know what the hell it is.
So Charles Murray wrote this book.
Okay, let's read the comments. Allowed to say blacks are naturally gifted. Oh, okay. I already know what it's gonna say, right? Black people are dumb, and then yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. People hate to say it, but like these are facts. These are statistics. How does grades and IQ tests impact new people out of high school and college? Yeah. Hey guys. We can play the game of like intelligence, but I don't respect intelligence, right? Like, let's be real. I've talked to so many people who love using big, fancy fucking words, and that amounts to nothing. It doesn't matter how intelligent you seem. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to the real world. It's actually what you're outputting and what you're resulting. I mean, that's the truth. People like to cope and lie to themselves. I'm intelligent. I'm better than you. I'm dumb. I don't deserve anything. But none of that is true. It's a weak excuse. That's how I see it. Coming from an intelligent person. No, I'm trolling. Here we go.
Book called The Bell Curve. I don't know.
I'm gonna skip to this, bro.
In minorities, they don't want to look at it. They deny it.
That's true. But I think it's also true that part of the argument is that social programs are a waste of money because they're not going to affect it because it's genetic.
That's crazy. If that is part of the argument, that's just straight racist to me.
Well, I think that's what people are.
The idea, like, save your money. No, right. Do a better job.
Like, what the fuck? I don't think this title is accurate at all. Allowed to say blacks are naturally good athletes, just look at professional sports. Not allowed to say whites are naturally gifted students, just look at NASA engineers. Allowed to say a black student whom is performing well, bruh, you acting white. Yo, what the fuck? Not allowed to say a white athlete whom is performing well. Richard, you're playing black. What the fuck? Allowed to say a black applicant, we need more black pilots. Allowed to say white applicant, we need less white pilots. Not allowed to say we need the best pilots, and so on. I mean, here's the thing. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to ruin myself right now over what? How many people are here? 14 viewers? Yeah, not worth it, bro. Here's the thing. It's like, here's the thing, right? People will admit that there are physical differences in other races, but people get very touchy when it comes to genetic differences, when it comes to intellect. That's the truth, right? People like to believe a lot of things is purely environment. It's not, right? Humans have a large variance. There's people who are very smart, and there's people who are very dumb. There are races that average specific physical attributes, like Asians are smaller and then black people are taller, right? But when it comes to intelligence, it's a touchy subject. It's a very touchy subject. That's where I'm going to leave it at. But let's not bring this energy to troll, to say the least. Let's not bring this energy to that motherfucker. Oh, my alarm's going off. If you guys don't know, I always have an alarm. I always have an alarm going off just because it's very important to, I say this all the time. I don't say this all the time. I said this last live stream, but it's very important to be present. Sometimes I'm scrolling too much. Sometimes I'm completely stuck on a problem and I'm like dramatizing it. And like realistically, just finished the IQ test. I got what? Dude, you're not 120. Are you fucking dumb? If you took this, okay, potato lover, did you take the same IQ test? Because I don't think people realize they give you the same fucking test. I mean, congratulations, potato lover. It's very good that you're a smart person. Anyway, but what was I talking about? What do companies even seek for new grads other than cherry picking the best of the best? They don't care. It's the hiring manager and if they fuck with you the most. I just finished it too. I got 30. Nice, bro. Nice. What, 30 at like 130? I'm assuming. Yeah, 130. Yeah, dude. My chat is so smart. Yeah, let's keep on going. No, I got 30, Rambo. Nah, stop it, bro. Shut your mouth. Okay. We got 4 minutes until we call that guy. Again, if you guys have questions, I want to warn everyone right now, I'm not going to read your chat. Like, honestly, right? How can I read your chat? Because I'm trying to be present. I'm trying to make sure I give this person like my full attention, at least when I'm doing interviews. So there's no way I'm going to, be completely blinded. I'm going to work like talking to the person. But if you guys have questions, I'll read. I just won't respond. Got it, guys? I'm going to read the chat. I most likely will not respond. But I'll tell you what. Last live stream, the guy I was interviewing, he muted himself to talk to chat, and like, bro, that's a live streamer thing to do. But and then I thought about it. What do I want to be? Do I want to be like mainly live streamer where I'm just like I'm just like going fucking crazy, I'm constantly screaming, or do I want to be sophisticated? Do I want to be cool? Like, should I just change my walk? Like, should I pull up the live stream in a suit? By the way, I have no pants on right now. But what's the thought process here? What's the plan? What should I do? It's quite obvious. Fuck you guys. I'm not going to be a live streamer, or at least like the live streamer personality. I'm trying to be myself. If I ever make it, I'm not going to break up with my girlfriend and then have some dumb bimbo bitch to the right. That's not going to happen. And then I'm manifesting it, right? Yo, he's pretty much angry Asian. Don't type that shit. You're a goddamn. Don't insult me with fat people. Please. Like, I troll a lot, but you can tell a lot based off people's like physicality. Fat people, like, come on, don't disrespect me with like, don't associate me with those motherfuckers. Whoa, chill, Unk, it's not 2020. Please do the Minecraft stream. I've been begging every stream. No. We are going to do a Genshin Impact stream though. And I'll be honest, right? Genshin Impact, what the fuck? I like Genshin Impact. Fuck you guys, all right? I'm not a pedophile. I like Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is fun. It just had an update. I'm going to play that game. So stop hating. I'm playing Genshin Impact. It's going to happen. Whew. Okay, I just needed to speak my mind. Oh, hell nah. Opinion on Kirk? The video about Kirk should be... It was ready yesterday. All right, guys? It was ready yesterday. The opinion on Charlie Kirk has been ready, but if you look, YouTube's been shafting my asshole. This video is being under review, so I uploaded it again. This video is being under review, so I'm not going to post the video unless it's confirmed that it's not ad suitable, or it's like, let's be real. My videos are very mature. Especially when I'm talking about death. It gets very mature, and YouTube picked it up immediately, so I'm cooked, all right? Videos are ready. They're ready to go. I'm working on videos today, but again, they're not being pushed just because, I'm quite mature. I guess I should also make better videos, better titles, but, game is game. Game is very difficult. Good luck with the post. Thank you, man. Thank you. Had a great stream yesterday. I had a great stream too. If you guys wanted to know the socials of the person I interviewed yesterday, he's in the chat. His name is Dorian Jack. Scroll up once or twice. Not like that. I mean, you guys talk about same stuff. It doesn't have to be with being fat or not. Dude, don't worry about it. I'm live streaming, so I'm obviously being a little bit more point down. Dude, what the fuck is... I literally told you I don't have pants on. It's much more aerodynamic when I'm walking. You want me to point down? You what the fuck? Yo, someone get this guy, man. Fuck that guy. I'm kidding again. That was for a clip. Exactly. No. Oh shit, it's 6 o'clock. I just realized. Okay, hold up. Okay, hold up. Okay, hold up. Hold up. We gotta call this guy. All right, I'm gonna call him. I gotta turn off my camera though. Hello?
Yo.
Chold! Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay, so just let you know, I'm live right now, and I'm going to turn on my camera. So let's see how this goes. Let's see. Okay, you see me?
I do see you. Hold up,
Cool.
I want to check the live.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. It's not nothing crazy. Could you turn on your camera as well?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Realistically speaking, you're up next. Dude, Joel, do people just glaze you? Like, do people just glaze you now that you got a little bit of subscribers?
Not fully. It's like a notable number, but not like enough to be like, whoa, you're insane. I guess
yes, they do. They don't comment that you're insane, bro? I get that all the time. Literally right now, one of my comments, like literally my most recent comment says, "Damn man, you are probably the most knowledgeable YouTuber I've ever seen." I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah. I get like,
really?
Oh, you're so underrated.
Yeah.
But not like, oh, you're amazing. You're the best.
Really? Okay.
Hold up. I don't know why my camera's not working.
Yeah. Take your time. How about I call you back in 5? Oh, here we go.
It works.
Okay. So by the way, I just want you to know I'm going to start the introduction and we're just going to wing it, right? So it's just going to be a normal conversation. There's no objective or agenda, at least on my side. If there are things you want to talk about it. I don't really care. But I think I'm going to start off with YouTube.
Okay.
Cool.
Are you on a treadmill?
I am. It's I'm working on a brand new video. Okay, I'm gonna start the introduction. Okay.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be interviewing Chold, a very well-known YouTuber. I'm kidding. He's the same size as me. But Chold, how about you introduce yourself and what you do?
Hi. I go by Chold on YouTube, and I make videos that are more like commentary. I don't know what else to say. I just make videos. I'm a just random guy on the internet that makes videos.
Cool.
So.
And my question to you is like, what do you care about, right? Because I know we've talked a little bit off stream where you have a job. You actually have a job. You're not jobless like myself or everyone else watching. You do YouTube part-time and you're quite successful at it, or at least mildly successful. So what are your intentions? What are your goals with life?
I guess my goal in life is to, in terms of YouTube or like social media, probably reach a good amount of success. Not anything like crazy, not like Jason the Ween status level. Mm-hmm. Probably a little bit in the, you can make a living off it if I really wanted to, but right now, I guess I'm not like fully diving into it because I don't know, like part of me has a bit of hesitation. I don't really have that mindset that I notice like other creators have. So I kind of like do it on the side. I have a passion for it, but I'm like kind of worried to make it a full-time job.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, a lot could happen. And I would feel like the pressure of making videos would turn to a job. And I'm not trying to have it like that at the moment.
So I'm assuming there's like a little bit of stigma in how you create your content. There's like, you have like a routine and you don't really want to touch it. It's like a gambler's type of mindset. You know what I'm talking about? Or is it too vague?
A little bit, like what I'm doing is fine.
No, like
I don't want to change it.
No, like, yeah, sure, that, or like a gambler, right? Like a gambler steps, he's walking on a crack, and then he wins as, okay, every single time I go gamble, I must step on a crack before I do that. And it seems like it's the same type of psychology. Maybe it's a thing you have in everyday life, where with YouTube, it's not just, I don't want to go too hard on it or else X, Y, and Z might happen. So that's why I'm going to leave it in this way that I have done so far. I found success. Is that something specifically towards YouTube, or is that something you notice in everyday life?
Wait. Let me turn off my camera real quick. Let me adjust the lighting. There's like a big backlight in the back.
Go ahead, bro. All right, guys. Oh shit, I accidentally left the call. Oh wait, no, okay. Here we go. All right, guys, I muted myself. What do you guys think so far? Huh? What do you guys think so far? I think that was a really good question. I actually really like that he cares about the camera quality, because I will be re-uploading this on YouTube. So that's the game. Yo, Rambo, I'm trying to get into vids like yours. Start making videos, bro. Start making videos. Is bro also pantsless? Yeah, I'm not going to ask him that. It looks exactly the same.
Really? Okay, well.
It's all good.
There's something I actually caught. Last time we called, you were talking about how, like, oh, you were going to be successful regardless on YouTube, you know, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
You made it like a statement like that, and I was like thinking in my head, like, damn, I kind of don't really have that like other creators. I'm more like I do have passion for it, I would say, but it's just not like, maybe it's like an Asian mindset telling me like,
okay,
that I shouldn't or something.
Right.
I don't really know, but I do still want to like push out videos like every week.
Yeah,
I aim for that. If I don't, maybe semi-weekly, but yeah.
Yeah, by the way, Chol, there's like many things I do want to talk about, because we are the same size. And I remember watching one of your videos where you showed like the monthly revenue, right? It was like $100. And honestly, it's like actually kind of crazy, because I'll tell everyone my monthly revenue right now. It's $800. I was like, whoa, that's like a big difference. So I'm like, the only reason why I mentioned that is because, let's say you make a lot more money, would that change your mind, or is it something like a mental block in your head?
It would have to be a lot more. I just noticed,
of course,
YouTube is more inconsistent, and
yeah,
I don't think I've dived into like more of the sponsorships and other ways to make revenue, but just like generally, I have not seen it come in, and especially with ad revenue, that means you have to average maybe like 100K per video if you upload weekly for you to maybe make like 60K a year or something. Yeah,
100%. By the way,
like,
do you
make
live,
a livable income?
Yeah. Do you live by yourself, or do you live with family?
Nah, I live with parents. Do
nice.
you?
Oh, I asked you this already. Yes, I live with parents as well, as you can tell, right? I mean, this is a pretty nice place that I'm at right now. Yeah, and by the way, Chol, before you turn off the camera to fix everything, I wanted to ask you about like stigmas. Are you someone who has a lot of stigmas in their life? Like maybe you have traits of OCD. I have to run right there, or else I'll explode and die. I have to do this before I do that. Is that a line of thinking that you have?
Not generally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wait, what about with you? Where do you see yourself when it comes to like social media or content creation?
Good question.
How do you view it?
Yeah, to me, it's not even like social media specifically. I try not to leave any doubt in my head, right? It's good to always like, at least initially, view what the worst possible outcome is going to be and accept it. So like when I get out in a car, I don't think about it anymore. But when I first started driving, I accepted the idea that I can drive perfectly and some dick can just kill me, right? And like, okay, done. I'm moving forward. I can start YouTube right now and I could fail miserably. Okay, move on. And how I view things and what persists in my mind is more of the idea that I will succeed in what I want to succeed in, right? So I had a conversation with another person in my last interview, and we talked about greed. He didn't want to be greedy with social media. He was like, okay, I want to be successful, but I don't want too much because I know that it's going to take over my life and is going to be a sin and it's a very bad thing. He was Christian. And to me, how I view it, I think it's important to be selfish. I think it's important to be greedy, but it has a very negative connotation in the world. People don't like greedy people. People don't like selfish people because it fucks their life up. When you're greedy, when you're selfish, you put other people down. But in a childlike sense, a kid goes to a store and he just wants the toy. He doesn't want the toy to flex and brag. He doesn't want the toy because it's so expensive. He just wants it because he's a kid. He wants to play with it. And that's how I view my wants and desires. I don't want to be successful to flex and brag onto a lot of people. I don't want to have a lot of money to like make people feel inferior or put other people down. It's something that I just want to play with, to live a life with, to make my life better, if that makes sense. And that's how I view YouTube and other things, where with what you said with success and like how I view YouTube, I view it in every aspect. Like, let's say school, I go to a class, I'm gonna get an A, right? Just like, yeah. And there's people who's like, I'm gonna get an F, and obviously they'll get the F and I get the A. Does that make sense?
Kind of like a mindset thing, yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing: it's completely fine if I don't get what I want. By the way, Trolled, you have been working on a video recently about Gen Z and dating. Last time we talked, how's that video going along?
I finished the video. I sent it to my editor, and since he is kind of like working too, he might not be able to finish the full thing. So I told him, just send it by September 17th, whatever you have. I'm going to like finish it and hopefully upload it Saturday. I believe that's September 20th. So yeah, I also have another recording. It's going to be talking about like the Oxford study.
Oh, okay.
That one's a more shorter video. I'm going to edit that video while like my editor's editing the second video. So it's just 2 videos I have prepared.
What do you think about, so if you guys don't know the Oxford study, take it away, Troll.
Yeah, it's a term on the internet when an Asian girl typically dates or prefers like a white man. And stereotypically, it would be a very, very attractive Asian girl with like a very mediocre looking white dude.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the Asian community is very upset about it.
How do you feel about it?
When the video comes out, I'll speak about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, sure. I wouldn't want you to gatekeep, but that's completely fine. The only reason why I ask is because I usually have like a different outlook compared to a lot of people. And when people mention the whole Oxford study, they mention the idea that in Asian culture, or at least Western, when you're brought up, not even Western, if you look at China or Korea, a big beauty standard is looking as pale as possible. They're trying to imitate being white. And that could be a reason why they find white men very attractive. It's not even how good looking they are. It's just purely on race. And then there's a lot of Asian men who fucking hate this. It's like, what the fuck? They're taking my woman. And to be honest, I think every party is a loser. The people who are upset over it, I think the Asian woman, the white people, I think everyone a part of it who even interacts with the whole community is a loser. Now, it's completely different for us because we're doing it for views, right? But I'm very curious what you think about it.
Yeah, I actually think it was like, I don't think it has to do with pale skin. It more has to do with like, not the white guy being attractive. It's more like Asians aren't attractive because compared to the Western world, like you're more shorter, you're more smaller, you're more seen as like that small eyes guy that's nerdy, doesn't really have any social skills when it comes to like Western media. So that kind of gets ingrained to maybe the Western culture, and I guess Asian girls or like Asian American girls watch stuff like that. They don't really see a sexy Asian guy. They see like a sexy white guy on the screen. So
right.
That might like turn their attraction towards something like that and steer away towards like someone that looks more Asian.
Troll.
But
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, things changed over the years though. Like there's like hella K-pop stuff like that I feel like boosts Asians up a little bit, and it's slowly changing. There's still that like stigmatism, but like where I live anyway, it's like more Asians around, so I don't really feel that high pressure compared to others.
Right. So my question was going to be, do you or your friends like struggle with getting girls?
Oh, to be honest,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but I don't know what's with them. I think my friends are like relatively handsome. They could definitely pull.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't. I feel like
Right.
they're more good looking than me, and I had like totally fine history with like getting someone or asking
Right.
someone out. So
Do they try? Like, do they try talking? Because I have a friend. He goes to I'm actually going to talk to him next. I don't know if he's comfortable with it, but he goes to a very prestigious school, right? A lot of baddies there is what the kids would say. And he struggles. Like, he struggles a lot. And he puts in the effort, but I notice a lot of people don't even try, if that makes sense. Like, do your friends try? Or
nah, they're like, damn, she's so bad, and then nothing else. It's just like only talking about it, but never actually doing anything.
right. And how do you feel about that? Because you see your friends, you want them to be better, but they're actively not, if that makes sense.
To be honest, I think like our age being like early 20s, I think they kind of need to get some experience because
100%.
I feel like I guess in high school I was thinking like, oh yeah, I want my first one to be the one, but like realistically for most of us, like we are gonna get fucked over in some way. You know, maybe you're gonna fuck up. You're like not mature enough, and I think you have to get like at least try it out and realize, you know, maybe you like this in a relationship, maybe you like someone like less clean, whatever, but you get to know yourself more when you like experience like being with someone. And yeah, I think if you delay that longer, it just makes it harder for you to get in a relationship because you're not going to be like ready.
100% agree. I 100% agree. I remember back in middle school, right? It was me and this fucking kid that looked just like me. And I would get always insulted. Everyone would say, you look just like this guy. I said, no, he looks like me. Anyway, completely irrelevant. I was talking to him and I was talking about girls with this guy. And I was like, yo, bro, why don't you try to get girls? And he said the same thing that a lot of people are hopeful for, which is always good. You want to find the perfect one. You only need one, which is very great. And we're not trying to be pessimistic. We're not trying to be doomers or anything, but realistically, it's very difficult to navigate relationships in general. People don't have good relationships with their friends. People bully. They have bad relationships with their family, their parents, their siblings. But there's this assumption that because I'll get into a relationship with this person I will love, everything will happen magically. And I was talking to him and he said the same thing where it'll just happen naturally. But I think it's a skill. I think the skill you can develop with that one person, but most likely a lot of people grow from their first relationship. That's how I see it, if that makes sense. And by the way,
I agree.
What made you come to that conclusion? Was it like real life circumstances, people you see?
Yeah, I won't be go too much in detail,
Yeah,
but like
of
the
course.
first one, a lot of bad shit happened. But I think I had that mindset where I was like, I really wanted them to be the one. And I kept like pushing for it. It's like even if they would do bad stuff, like I would kind of push for it for us to stay together, and then eventually things didn't work out and I was like very hurt. And I had to kind of grow out of that mindset. Like I can't just be like simping over one person the rest of my life. Like you got to move on. And obviously that person isn't that great anyway.
Right.
So it just kind of puts that first person on a pedestal, and it's such a high standard if you have that like sort of thought.
Right.
And I think it's totally fine to have. It's just like the high school love. Like you just have a different mentality when it's your first one, I think, compared to like the next ones you go, because you're more realistic, but at the same time you're more better and you know what to do in a relationship.
100%. People are fucking amateurs when it's their first time, and completely irrelevant. But just like a little bit of advice or how I see it with other people. There's many ways to interpret it, but whenever you put anyone on a pedestal, it never works out. There's a lot of ways to go deep into it, but I'm not going to do that because someone in the chat named Queso says, I'm scared of the huzz. What if she says no? Chold, have you ever cold approached anyone? You cold DM'd anyone by chance? Or put yourself in a position where you could get rejected?
Not DM, but there was one time there's a Phil's girl. Like, I don't know why every girl that works at Phil's Coffee is either like average or like very attractive. I don't know why. Okay. But I've never seen like
zero
ugly,
below.
ugly
Zero
Phil's
below.
Girl. Yeah, but I saw one, and I was working at a restaurant at that time, so I had their uniform. I got off shift. I went to Phil's Coffee to get like a gift card and whatnot. The person at the cash register was very pretty. And then we talked for a bit, and then I was with my friend too. But we talked for a little bit, and then we just kind of like left. And then I was gonna be like, oh, next shift, if I see her, like, ask
oh
her
yeah.
out. And then when I went there, she recognized me, which is good. But after I got my drink, I was kind of like, oh, by the way, can I get your Instagram? And then she was like, oh, I don't really have Instagram. That's where I fucked up. That's where the first thing I fucked up.
Okay.
Because that seems like a no. And then I kind of proceeded to ask, like, oh, okay, how about your number instead? And then she was like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Who knows if she did or not?
Right.
But yeah, the fact that if she said she didn't have the Instagram, I probably shouldn't have asked again.
Right.
And the second time, it was at my school. There was like a girl I saw, I guess, at the bus. And then I was talking her up for a bit. And then I asked for Instagram. And this time she said again, oh, I don't really have an Instagram. But she said, I'll give you my number instead. Oh! So that wasn't me pushing.
Yeah.
She gave me that. And then, yeah, I got her number. It was a very weird situation. I got her number, and then I kind of searched her name up on Instagram.
Right.
And it turns out she did have one, and she did have a boyfriend. So, I texted her for a bit, and that was actually her. Like, it wasn't like a fake number or anything, but like things didn't go from there. But I was just like, damn.
Yeah. Holy fuck. So, you know what? Because this conversation is about girls. I was scrolling on TikTok literally today, and there was some Asian looks maxer. He's very autistic, and he had a very similar story where he matched with this girl on a dating app, and pretty much the date was the girl's all bummy, pulls up, and he's just like, oh, she says, you want to go to my place? He knows that the girl has a boyfriend, and I was looking through the comments, and people were like, why'd you sleep with her if you knew she had a boyfriend? And in his comments, he said, like, it's tough out there, or game is game, or like someone else is gonna do it, right? And respectfully, I think that's some pussy shit. Honestly, right? It's it's like the idea of integrity, right? It's like if you know what you're doing is bad and you're still choosing to do it. At least to me, how I perceive that person is very desperate. And I think this expands into a larger topic of just reading people, right? So I made a video about like some fat guy on TikTok, and I just predicted him being a bad person. I got a lot of hate for it. And then a few months later, he was a bad person. He was like talking to minors. He was like sending out fake cease and desist. It was like this big ordeal.
I think I seen that video.
Yeah. It was a very big.
Are you going to touch more on that?
No, it was just more of like oh, look at that. It was like, I told you so moment. I just mentioned it.
Oh.
Got a lot of views, but it was just more of like reading people. And yeah, I mean, it was completely out of nowhere. But it's actually very interesting that you're willing to put yourself out there, because I know there's a lot of guys that do get a lot of girls, but they don't cold approach at all. Is there a reason? Did you mentally or intentionally went out of your way to talk to them, or just in the moment?
I'm not sure if maybe it's the environment, because it's not like a full cold approach, because I wouldn't just go to a random girl on the street. Yeah. The first one, there was a relation, or we had a conversation because we worked at places nearby. Yeah. So that was a reason for me to talk to her, and that's why I asked her the second time, because there was a little bit of something there. And the second one, it was at my school, so that kind of has a conversation to be opened. It's not like I just find someone on the street. There was a little bit there, you know? Yeah. Okay, so everyone who's watching, I'm gonna be a little autistic. I'll give you guys like the framework and play by play. So here's the thing with a lot of guys. You interrupt me if you think I'm wrong at all, Chold, or you agree. But a lot of people or men don't know when a girl likes them.
And they're always trying to enter their area, their circle, just by being friends. That's how many people get into the friend zone. They're only friendly, but they find the person attractive, and they're not capable or have the courage to actually express they find the other person attractive. So they're stuck in this fucking limbo. The guy never expresses what he actually wants, so he's just trying to read their body language. Sometimes they get lucky as, oh, she fucking likes me. Shoots a shot, completely misses because he's confused. The girl thinks they're just friends. Easy shot to make. All right, everyone. You don't say you like their face. You don't say you like their tits or their outfit, because outfit is a little bit much more personality based, so it's much more friendly. I like your outfit, girl. Yeah, I could say that, right? And same thing with physical. It's a bit too aggressive for my liking. Go-to phrase for everyone. First introduction, just say you like their eyebrows. I like your eyebrows. Did you recently get it done? They'll say some whatever bullshit, right? I've spammed that. Obviously, I'm in a relationship right now, so this is an old person game. But I would spam that. They would say, oh, I did. How'd you know? Oh, I didn't, blah, blah, blah. And then boom. It sets the standard that you find the person attractive. And then you riz them up, you do your thing, and you know that there's a whole process to it, but like that's a good introduction and starter if people are curious. Well, and by the way, what do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I never thought of complimenting someone's eyebrows. It's usually like outfit or something, or eyes or something.
Yeah,
eyebrows
yeah.
are so specific. I thought mainly girls notice that. Guys don't really compliment girls' eyebrows like that.
Yeah, that's
I don't really
the
notice
point,
that,
right? Because there's like
I guess it's unique.
It's not even like the idea of standing out. I know a lot of friends or like people who are very autistic with it, where I need to be different. I need to be different. So my idea of being different, I'll just go crazy. I'll just like say crazy shit, and that will leave an impression in their own head. That's fine, but you don't need to purposely be different. Be yourself, right? Like it's bullshit, but fundamentally, everyone is already different. Like just go to like all of us is different, but the eyebrows is a great starter because it's not just based on personality. Oh, I really like your jokes. That's some friend stuff. It's very personality based, and there's like physical based. Too physical could be like complete miss, right? But it's like a slow infection of the mind where you confuse them as well. You try to put them in the guy's position. Most guys, they're like, does this girl like me or does she not like me? And then the idea of like, okay, maybe I could date this person. Maybe I like the vision is in their head, and then you jump. That's game. This is what I had to learn, because if people don't know, back in the day, I made a video a long time ago, like 3 years ago, where I did like a cold approaching video. It's some crazy shit back then. But it wasn't cold approaching, it was like rejection therapy. And then final day was like a challenge.
What was your ratio, or like
the
shots you made?
Yeah, it was, I think it was like 4 or 5 girls I talked to. One of them, actually, no. I think all of them gave me their number or Instagram. No, actually only number. I didn't go for Instagram. And one of them was underage. So I was like, okay. So like that was a miss. Oh. By the way, she was taller than me. So I was like, okay. Yo, that bitch is tall as fuck.
Wait. She gave you, and then she was like, oh, by the way.
No. I talked to her, and I just want to make sure like your age and shit. And then she was like, I'm X, Y, and Z. I forgot. But I was like, what the fuck? You're like, what? Okay. And I just left immediately. Yeah, but I did it with my friend as well, and he was much more nervous. He was much more nervous, to say the least, and because he was nervous, he was like all clammy and cramped. I don't know. I don't think I think got like 1 Instagram or something.
Out of how many?
I don't know. Maybe same number as me. I think same amount as me, but. You know, it's like he's a good-looking guy. He's taller than me. He's like 6'2" or whatever. But you know, it's just unlucky for him, I'd say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Were they in where was the location at?
I don't remember. I don't want to leak myself, but it's in the Bay Area. There was like some pop-up where it was like a bunch of vendors selling vintage clothing. So I saw people. I talked to this one girl. She was like from Stanford. I was like, what the fuck? And this is, by the way, I was really dumb back then. I didn't know Stanford was very close to like where I was. I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, technically, because she was from Stanford, I was like, oh, never mind. I don't want your number, because I thought that was too far to like make anything work. And I realized Stanford was really close. I was like, oh, Anyways, it's like 3 years ago, long time. Have a girlfriend now, so I don't really care. But that's just my story and experience. A lot of people don't have to be extremely aggressive or extremely passive. There's a good in between, and there's a good in between to be yourself. That's how I view it, at least. Yeah.
Oh yeah. With that being said, do you think guys and girls could be friends?
No. I mean, here's the thing.
What's the reasoning?
Realistically, Chold, I'll be honest. I'd love to hear your opinion, but I don't put a lot of thoughts into things unless it's important to me, right? So like, the whole girl guy being friends thing, I haven't thought about it in a very long time. I just really haven't thought about it just because it doesn't really affect my life. I'm just inside all the time, working and walking. So I don't really think about it at all. I definitely, realistically, all right, Chold, I don't know about you. I can never have a real good conversation with a girl. I'll be honest. It's never.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you tell me. You like talking to girls in a platonic way?
Honestly, like, yeah. I don't really have that anymore, but that's kind of like my own choice. But when I did, I feel like it was.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was good.
What were the conversations about? I'm actually curious because, like, me, I mean, not at all.
I think when it comes to like more emotional stuff or more stuff that you want to get more deep into, they're more like talking to girls in general kind of help with getting your feelings out. Guys
really
are, like, I don't know. Guys are more like fun and cool to be around. I could talk to them about that stuff too, but I can't imagine like talking about very serious stuff and like crying in front of them type of thing. Like if I mean I had close girlfriends, but when that happens, like if something serious going on, like I feel like I could do that. It's just a weird vibe, but at the end of the day, I still don't think guys and girls could be friends.
Yeah.
Like I still stand by your side, but like having a girl as a friend is nice.
Yes. So so there's a lot, like a big reason why I don't think guys and girls can be friends is because how I view girls is that there's no reason why I would want to be friends with them, right? So in the context of like male things or things that I like to do, I like to read self-improvement books. I know there are a lot of girls that do read self-improvement books, but the majority is male. So it cuts off like conversations I could have. Let's say I want to play a competitive video game. Statistically, better reaction time, more men play video games, more men does sport and is better at sports, or more men are interested in business. So all the conversations that I would enjoy is immediately cut out. And with what you said, with like emotions, women are great at emotions. They're great at being emotional, but I don't think, at least for me, it's something beneficial to sit in. And like how I see it, right? I think being emotional is great. I think it's important to like not restrict your emotions, but at the same time, a lot of people find pleasure in being sad. So it's a weird thing to say, but a lot of people feel justified. They have a good excuse. So everything that someone does emotions-wise, there's a reason behind it. So I read this in a book, simple idea. You're at a coffee shop, someone spills coffee on you, okay? Oh, fuck, my fucking favorite white shirt. Now, what's your reaction in your head, right? What's your reaction? There's many ways you could go about it. Just like, oh, all good, man, all cool. Or you could stand up, make a loud scene. It's like, you fucking piece of shit. You're paying for this is my favorite shirt. You can also cry. There's a lot of things you can react. And people make the assumption the emotion just comes up out of nowhere. But in your mind, there's that split second decision on making and choosing that emotion. Let's say someone chooses to be mad. Why do they choose to be mad? It could be led to a lot of other times where something similar has happened and they want a certain outcome. They want respect. They want someone to pay for their shirt. And they've always reacted with being angry. So if I act angry in this coffee situation, I will get what I want. That's how I view it. And I think being emotional in general for an extended period of time is not very beneficial for me because I can just sit in the sadness, I can sit in the anger, I can feel good about it, but it doesn't really solve anything. And I could be seen a little crazy by saying that, but what do you think, Scholl?
Yeah, I agree. Like sulking in your emotions isn't really gonna help. I guess it really depends though, because you still have to address it when you need to at times. If it's you don't want to hold it in too much and you don't want to sit in it too much,
right?
And it's kind of a good option if you have someone there to kind of be able to express those feelings out.
Yeah, Could you talk to me about it, like specifically? Because I have a few moments, but I'm interviewing you. I'd love to hear your opinions about that.
She
It doesn't have to be about you, by the way. It could be like about other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say it about myself, but it's a very bad look on me. But I feel like
Okay.
what if you are going through a heartbreak, like having someone there, like I think for me, like heartbreak is like one of the most the time where I'm like the most emotionally like hurt, and it's good to have a girl that's there to kind of like let
Console you.
your feelings out when you need
Yeah.
to, as a friend. So maybe she should be chopped or something. Maybe you should find her not attractive. But
Yeah.
But-
You know, actually, I take it, but you're right. I finish up, but yeah, you keep on going.
yeah, that is the time where like I feel like damn, though, like having someone there like really helps.
100%.
So-
I think. So we're talking about like female friendship and how it's valuable because they're great at like making us feel comfortable with ourselves, and there is no of the toxic masculinity and
Yeah,
right. And if
there's
she's
still girls that are like,
yeah, go ahead.
you know, there's still girls that act like guys or like more tomboys. So
Yeah. So like, I actually take it back. I definitely can be friends with the girls if they are chopped as fuck and they have like masculine attributes. So pretty much a guy. That I could definitely be friends with a girl that looks like a guy and acts like a guy. That's so stupid. But yeah, no, I definitely see your point. At least for me, maybe because I am a little bit more lucky in terms of like how like the information and the algorithms that popped up on my screen. I haven't had a moment in a very long time where I've had like strong emotional distress, if that makes sense. Where I mean, like, breakups are bad, but you know, I kind of move on, not in a way where it's like psychopathic. So, like for example, I've been reading this book called Reality Transurfing, and it pretty much talks about the idea of importance, right? That's why I'm so big on like the emotions part, where I don't sit in it for too long because you're giving so much importance. You're giving, for example, depression, all this power. Depression exists, but it doesn't exist as much as you let it exist. So like people think about, I'm very depressed. And then they start thinking about depression is the reason why I'm not going to the gym. And then depression is the reason why it's making me do this, and that. It's all true. It is making you do that, but you're choosing to let it do that to you. And I think the same thing applies to like sitting in emotions. That's why I don't really have female friends, because I don't need to sit in my emotions, if that makes sense.
yeah, but it's also kind of like you just shouldn't have it, because I think there are a lot of people that are like not really faithful, and
Right.
if you're in a relationship, you just probably shouldn't have it. It's just like a bad. There's too much potential and statistics for things to fall apart.
Right. Yeah.
If you have that around.
Yeah. And by the way, what do you think about statistics as a whole? Like, you see statistics, do you believe in them? Do you believe you're going to be the outlier? How do you interpret statistics?
I kind of think like I'm the outlier when it comes to like me having girls as friends. But,
Right.
But like that's kind of fucked up, and I'm totally fine where I feel like if I'm in a relationship and I have a girlfriend and they're uncomfortable with me having girls as friends, that should be a sacrifice I should make if I'm with them. And it's just there are like, I might not be doing it, but there are statistics that kind of show that happening. So, or
Right.
there are a bunch of instances, like I'm pretty sure a bunch of people or a couple of people you know had been cheated on, whatnot, or had very like maybe not cheated on, but like at least pretty unfaithful things happened,
Yeah.
or questionable things. It's just too much room for a lot of things to go on, and I feel like that's like kind of like a sacrifice,
Yeah.
or just a respectful thing to do. I wouldn't even call it sacrifice. It's just something you should do if you're in a relationship.
You know what's funny? I think, believe it or not, Joel, I think we're thinking of completely different things. Like, okay, so when I was talking about being friends with the girls, the reason why I'm not friends with the girls is just because I don't find them like worthwhile to talk to, right? If that makes sense, because there's not a lot of example. We do YouTube. We're in the exact same niche, pretty much, where it's like semi-commentary, semi-self-improvement. I don't know one female that's in this niche. right? So it's very difficult to be friends with the girls that I'm interested in. But I think when you asked your question, was it about the idea of with cheating, right?
I was thinking in like, if you're friends with them, you're gonna see more than just platonic.
Yeah. No, so that's true as well. So I bet people are tired about this. Or at least I'm already tired about it. But I keep on mentioning cruises because I had a good time. But on the cruise, there's a love dating show, right? And they bring up an audience, only married people, by the way. So it's newlywed couple, and then medium tier couple, and then super old couple that's been married for 40 years. And they bring all of them up. And they ask very provocative questions. What's the craziest place you've had sex at? And if your partner died, or if they never existed, who would you rather have sex and date and marry with, right? And it's like this big fun thing where everyone's laughing. They're being very vulnerable. And every single one of them about the who would you rather fuck or date, it's always their friend. It's always their friend. It's always every single one of them. Because like you wouldn't have sex.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. You wouldn't have sex with a random person. And you know what's very funny? When I was there, the old couple, right? There's this old guy. He's like, oh yeah, Joanne, the neighbor. And the second time, right? They wrap around in a circle where it's time to ask the grandma or the old lady. Okay, so this is the question we asked. Who would you rather sleep with? Like, what are your guesses? And she's right on the money. She's like, Joanne, that fucking bitch. So it was hella funny. Yeah, it was a good time to say the least.
I thought it would be like a celebrity or something. Saying like name dropping someone that's in their life is kind of crazy. Like if I was in that situation, I'd be like, yeah, you're gonna stop talking to them right now,
bro. You know, I'm not even kidding. I tried to like put myself out there, and by the way, very nervous about it. But I was like, oh babe, let's do it. Like, let's raise your hand. Luckily, it was only married people. So yeah, very.
You could lie.
Yeah, you could. But here's the thing: every single one of them were like so honest, so real, and they were so vulnerable. I don't even know how people could do that. They were on the stage. They're talking about like, okay, so pick a song that you like the most, and songs like "The Guy Lasts Too Short" or like "The Sex Is Amazing," right? Some people are very socially aware where they say, "Oh yeah, we have good sex." Boom, that's the song. And some people would just be vulnerable. They'll be real. They'll talk about 15 seconds to Mars or whatever. They'll also mention random stuff like weird places they've had sex at and threesomes and stuff. It's an adult show. So, by the way, Chol, what did you do today?
This was more of a slow day. All I did was I woke up at like 10. I scrolled on my phone.
Nice.
I got out. I ate food. I edited a video, the Oxford study video, till like 3 minutes, and then like I visited my grandparents, and I'm back here.
Nice.
Not a lot. What about you?
Yeah, my lifestyle is like pretty similar. I woke up, take a shit, get out of bed. I'm kidding. Wake up, take a shit, and then I went to the gym. Afterwards, I went home. I think I cooked up some food, walked on the treadmill. Because I just recently finished a video, I always give myself, like, today is the day where I just give myself time to think. I don't put a lot of pressure into it. Went upstairs. I got good ideas, got good thumbnails. So done with that. No pressure in anything. And here I am live streaming. It's more of, at least for me, you tell me about how you view things. I have a cousin, right? I'm very fortunate to have people who are already successful, so I can see where I want to be. And he's very close in proximity. I'm 21, he's 23, and he's like millionaire at this age, or my age.
Shit.
I know. And with him, he doesn't do shit, man. That motherfucker does nothing. And it really put into perspective where I was always taught, I don't know who, I don't know where, maybe the world, but I was always taught to work hard. Right? But we already know the story of like McDonald's worker that works really hard versus someone who does nothing and makes way more. But for a lot of people, it's hard to put into perspective what it actually is. And with my cousin, I'll give a little bit more context. I came over to his apartment for the cruise. He just like let me crash. And in that moment, he did nothing, right? So he obviously did to like try to be a good guest. I'll tell you his routine. He wakes up, he's like, yo, Rambo, you want to go to the beach? He walks on the beach for like 2-3 hours, right? So he lives in a very expensive apartment too. I think it's around like $4 or $5 grand a month by himself, by the way. And what else does he do after he finishes walking? He goes home, he showers, then he goes out to eat, and then he goes home. And then he goes to the gym afterwards. And then after the gym, he goes out to eat again. And then he ends the night off with smoking weed because he set up a system where everything is done for him. And he's gone on vacation, a month-long vacation, everywhere in China. So he went to like Japan, Korea, Vietnam. It was, it was so much fun, Rambo. We should definitely do it together. I got you. I'm like, yes, please, let's go on that vacation. But with him, obviously he's had a brief moment in his life where he's worked really hard, but now he's much more into thinking, right? Where most of the money made is purely thinking. So for example, people like Warren Buffett, he doesn't break his bone working 24/7. He barely works, but he has moments where he just thinks, and that's where all the money actually comes from. Now, obviously, I'm not even close to that level. I have very busy days. Like yesterday, I was just working the entire day. But today, I try to give myself time to like tap into what I can and will be in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think there was any way to like have that sort of lifestyle unless you have like money on you already.
No,
like
dude.
Where it's so passive where you do nothing.
Dude.
I get investments, but I would imagine like that's almost like the only thing.
No, dude, I'm like, he dropped out of college. He was 19 years old. He was in community. He never got good grades. And I remember he told me he dropped out. I was like, you dumbass, why the fuck do you drop out, right? But that's what everyone's thinking. That's what everyone says to us as well. At least for me, where it's like, don't do YouTube. It's kind of a waste of a time. You could invest it in doing other things. People will always say something. I'm those people as well. And he just believed in himself and he made it work. He worked very hard. He was very smart. He was constantly seeking knowledge. He's always reading books, listening to audiobooks. And that's it, right? And another thing, he's a very mellow guy, right? I'm very loud, sometimes jumpy. He's not that at all. So he's very like slow, very deep voice. Yeah, so I try not to work too much. Try not to push myself. That's what I've realized. What about you, Chol?
I think at the time of my life when I was in college, I kind of worked the hardest I've been. I was like taking more than normal classes than an average student.
Oh, you wanted to graduate early?
I did graduate early.
Oh, nice.
But I was working like 30 hours a week too, and I was like prime in the way that like I had the most gym gains.
Yes.
But I think that was I was low-key the most depressed because
right.
I didn't really make videos, or I did make videos, but I wasn't doing it that heavily now. And then it was really weird because I think I kind of wasted opportunity because I got a guaranteed
right
at the time when I worked those jobs. I get a guaranteed minimum wage. Right?
Nice.
But who knows? Let's say I put 30 hours a week and like forced it onto making videos. We don't know what that could have been.
Right.
Like I could be sitting at like 1 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was like a good 2 years, maybe not 2 years, maybe like 1.5 years of my time. And now I'm more laid back in the way where I feel like I will like spend money for videos. I'll prioritize videos even though I could be working like a job or an extra shift.
Right.
I do have a job now, but like
yeah,
I would be in a different mindset where I'm just thinking, damn, I could take this new, like 6-hour shift, or I could work on a video. Back then I would have been like 6-hour shift, that's like $100-something. I might as well do that and then work on the video later. But now I'm like, I feel like I would rather work on a video than get like 120 from 6 hours of work or something.
And by the way, Chol, now that you have graduated from college, have you noticed like a big difference in the pendulum? The pendulum in the context of, I'm assuming you're someone who like cares about your success, your grades, so you're like working very hard. Have you noticed that once you dropped out, was there like, wow, it wasn't that important as I thought? or?
It's hard to tell. I feel like I'm on a weird. I would honestly think I'm on like maybe like the middle of it, because I joined a club in my college, and then all of us graduated. One of my friends in that club got a job. He as a consultant.
Yeah.
His salary's like very. I'm not gonna say the full amount, but it's very, very close to six figures. And
that's okay.
I feel like that degree kind of helped him get there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you were to pursue other things like content creation, like that degree is probably not necessary, and you could still find success off other things. It's kind of like college will for sure, statistically, like you earn more money. But if you're gonna pursue something else that you know that you genuinely want to pursue, then I feel like college is kind of a waste of time. It really depends.
How do you feel about it?
On average, how do I feel?
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet, but I feel like part of me wants to put more focus on, if I were to choose my career, like a job versus like making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm at the grace period where I feel like if I hop into forcing myself to find a job, I'm going to be so busy, I'm not going to have enough time to work on videos. Versus right now, I could work on videos for maybe like a year or two. If that doesn't work out, I could just say, fuck it, go to the job thing. But if I choose this first, I feel like I'm not going to get the YouTube option. If I choose YouTube as an option, I can at least go to a job if that doesn't work out because of my degree.
Yeah. And I think that's like a problem a lot of people face, where they feel like they're stuck at a crossroad where they have to decide. And I think a lot of people, instead of deciding or picking one, they pick the middle, which is I'm just going to scroll and let everything slowly resolve itself, which is neither results that they want. And so speaking of which, because you're at that crossroad right now, do you think there's going to be a big decision, or do you think you're going to try to like handle both? Because I'll be honest, Scholt, I think you can do both. Like you said, I don't think I'll have time for YouTube and your career. I think you do. But, you know, the question again is like, are you leaning towards a decision or path that you want to take? Because you're right in the middle.
Fuck. That's really hard. I don't know. I feel like I'm more leaning towards making videos, but at the same time, if a job comes my way, like I'm like casually applying. If a job comes my way and it's really good, I'll probably take that too. Some compromise I'm trying to do is kind of like apply for like a career that's more related to like marketing and like making videos.
Yeah.
Rather than like sitting in an office all day typing up stuff. So yeah, I'm still kind of 50-50 on it, and I think it's kind of scary too when you make that decision. I guess the safer decision is to do like work in an actual office job, but it still kind of scares me to think, okay, let's say I dropped everything and I did YouTube, and then like I flop.
Yeah.
Then like I feel like I'm gonna lose so much like motivation to even make videos, and I think I do like doing both because it gives me the idea of like, oh, it could still happen. It could still happen. But once I actually do it and it doesn't happen, it's like, fuck.
Right.
Maybe I'll do it once I hit 100K. I don't know. But I have to see like a good amount of success before like, okay, let me try full time. You know what's funny? I was about to ask you, right? I was going to ask you like, do you need a sign? And before I could even ask that, you said like, I need 100K. And I think it's very interesting because I dropped out. I dropped out of college, right? And I used to be a big school guy. I was a college tutor, and I went to like professional tutoring, and I was literally in like a position where, okay, I finished my 2 years in community. I chose actively not to go to like an Ivy League school. I chose not to go to like a UC school. I went to go to a state school. And that's like a big demotion. I was in the first semester, and I was just like, I was crushing it, right? So wait. You got accepted to like?
No, fuck no. I didn't even. Because here's the thing. Like back in high school, you know, good grades, did 5 sports, shit ton of clubs, you know, like generic Asian shit, right? And to me, deep down, I knew that's not what I wanted to do. right? Obviously, I was good at it because it's just a skill. It's a skill that I got good at. I got good at studying, so I obviously got good grades. And I was at that decision where I could have applied to it, but I didn't because I didn't want to admit defeat. Like if I applied to the UCs, to me in my head at that time, it would be like admittance that, okay, I don't believe in myself. So what I did in my own head was like try to split between the two, where it was going to be a mix of, okay, I'm going to go to community and then I'm going to work on YouTube part-time. And literally, I think for that 2 years during community, it was a complete, I mean, to me, I was completely persistent. I still am. But I guess looking back, it wasn't as successful. During those 2 years, I literally gained only 3,000 subscribers, right? And I went on, my cousin, the rich guy, he invited me out just like to hang out, I think for New Year's or something with him and like my other cousin. And we were talking and he was reminiscing about like the time when he had to take a risk, which is like dropping out. And obviously Asian family, controversial. He kept it a secret from everyone. And there was pretty much no sign. There's no sign of anything. He just felt like he should do it. So that's what he did. And in that moment, like at least to me, I had 3,000 subs. And I talked a lot about it, a lot of courage to like build up to make that decision. But I decided to drop out after the first semester. And then after, so right now, it's literally one semester ago. Right now is the fall semester. And during that time, you know, I'm at 32K now. So it was like a good 10x is how I see it. And I don't know. I mean, making decisions is hard, but at least from that experience, like we mentioned earlier at the very beginning of the live stream, when you're driving, I expect the worst and I just move forward and just like let things ride. I don't know. I mean, I expected the worst. I'll drop out for 1 year. I fucking die. I become homeless. And it's okay. That's not that bad. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not gonna go homeless. I'm not going to die. I still have a roof under my head. I'll just be 1 year behind in college. So everything actually aligned. Everything actually made sense. So I decided to like drop out. And yeah, I mean, right now I'm just pursuing YouTube for as long as I can. And if things don't go well, which I don't even like talking about it or putting it in my mind or manifesting it, but if things don't go well, it's completely fine. I have a killer resume for a marketing thing, which actually was not my first major. It was like coding and all that stuff, which I did really good in, but no, that's kind of gay. Oh, excuse me.
Wait, how many years have you been, like, how many credits do you complete before you dropped or you're taking this gap year?
So I finished with 2 years in community. And then I did 1 semester full-time student. So it'd be like 15. So I don't know. It'd be like what?
1.5 years left?
Yeah, I'd be 1.5 years left. But if I were to like drop back in, then it would be like, I'll refresh, change the majors because marketing is like the answer, if that makes sense. Because if I were to come back, I have a killer resume. So like not even just my personal accounts, right? I briefly mentioned it in other videos, but I also make TikToks for my parents' pizza store. And has a few million views, right? Made them a few amounts of money. So, and when I did go to college, there's a bunch of marketing kids there. They're all dumb as shit. So it's kind of easy to compete with them, especially when you have a resume, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Is there a reason why you didn't, where was like a mindset, or did you ever have a mindset that's like, oh, I'm like upperclassman now. Fuck it, let me finish it and then like go maybe try YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's crossed, I think, everyone's mind when they drop out. It's, well, if I only do this for 4 more years, now I can finally do what I want, right? But looking back now, this is something I never thought about. It's only now after I've grown up, barely. But it was like this idea of guilt and obligation. And I mentioned this recently today in like TikToks I recorded, just yapping. But with the TikToks I recorded, a big way to manipulate someone is to make them feel guilty, under obligation. So a lot of people are obviously guilty and obligated to listen to what their parents have to say. Because I'm your mom, because I raised you, you have to do this for me, right? And that's the strongest level of guilt. because I'm your girlfriend, because I'm your boyfriend, you should do this for me, I should do that for them. There's a lot of guilt and obligation. And it can happen not just in personal relationships, but in algorithms at larger scales. I don't know about you, Chold, but when you're in a relationship, would you get relationship videos and they tell you what you should be doing in a relationship and you feel like, oh, fuck, I should do this? Wait a second, my girl isn't doing that. And it's like this whole toxic thing that happens.
Yeah, it's like social media advice just telling you, it just makes you question your own and puts like ideas in your head that like may make it like toxic or just unrealistic in a way sometimes.
Yeah, and it's just all of this like guilt and obligation. And I think that also applies when it comes to colleges and jobs. And this is what I've always thought. It's like, what happens? So I think of the worst and I also think of the best. But like, what happens if someone I really fuck with dies, right? They die and I really want to attend their funeral. But I have this obligation for my job to go to that funeral, right? It's like, it's a thing not even for myself. It's for the person and to like show their appreciation for that person. But I'm so guilted into this thing, whatever it is, maybe a job, that I can't even do what I want. It's this idea of like freedom. I don't have the freedom to do what I want. And to me, back then I didn't know nothing. I just dropped out because like I looked at the signs. I tried to convince myself. I jumped. I did the big move. But now it's a good decision I made. Doesn't matter if I do or don't go back in. But as we started, I will succeed nonetheless, right? Like I'll succeed in school or I'll succeed in business. It's just a matter of like if and when. That's how I see it. Crazy? Am I crazy?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking too. I'm also unsure because I have not yet seen like people my size or anyone similar kind of doing something like that. And if they did, they're like kind of not that up there. No offense. No offense
all
to
good.
people I know.
All good, bro.
But
all good.
like I'm actually thinking sometimes it's like some people aren't in school and then they do like YouTube or making music or something.
Yeah.
Like people that I know from like maybe high school. And then we're in 2025. I'm way past high school.
Yeah.
They're kind of like not really up there. And I'm doing it part-time or I'm not even like going all in.
Yeah.
I have reached more success from that.
Chold?
That's not to brag, but it's
no,
more like
100%. I had a very similar mindset. So a little bit more context, right? Like back in high school, I made an account. I collabed with this YouTuber, 1 million subscribers. He shouted me out. 300 subs, went to 5K. And I couldn't shut my mouth. I told everyone. Everyone knew. And I was like, fuck faces. I wasn't even trying, right? And there's other people that were trying. And I think there's a problem, a lot of, at least for me as well. Like I got this ego. I don't know when, I don't really care, but past me had this ego about like, I'm smart, I'm better than everyone else, I can do this, but I don't even put effort into it, right? I think with those people, it becomes a slippery slope where there's this idea or fear that what if I do try, I could accomplish so much more. But what if I do try and I accomplish the exact same amount? That would be the biggest defeat to my identity and who I am.
Yeah, I think I'm guilty of that because when people ask about like the YouTube stuff, we're like, oh yeah, I'm just doing like, it's something I do on the side.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, it's impressive. But let's say I have nothing else going in my life. And I'm doing this full time. Then it's like, I mean, this number's not that good. Like, you definitely can't do that much with that.
Yeah, it's and I don't know. It's like, at least for me, I used to be a big guy into fashion. I used to like spend money in fashion back in high school. And another thing, right, about like guilt and obligation, I don't feel guilty or obligated to feel like I need to be better than other people. That's why the reason why I asked you about like after leaving college was that after I left college, I was deep in it. I was working myself to the bone. I was like the McDonald's worker where when I was in college, I was locked in, full-time student. I was a STEM major for like coding and stuff. I was getting all A's. I got 1B in English. Every coding class was like a easy ace. And not only that, I was also a professional tutor. So I had a job part-time, had a girlfriend, go to the gym. I also had to make my YouTube, like try to grow my YouTube as much as possible. And I was really forcing a lot of things. I was like working very hard. And like once I dropped out, I left myself from that college like community where I realized I don't really care about my grades, but because I was in that environment, I felt the need just based on my competitiveness to be better than other people. Oh, forgot. I even had an internship. So I was like, I had a job internship. I was going to college and I was doing YouTube. So I was like, I only had those kind of things just to build up my resume. So when I did have a conversation with people, it was to impress them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Speaking about impressing people, I genuinely hate like networking in college.
Tell me about
it's
it.
It's just so random.
Tell me about it, because networking with people in college is like networking to babies, because no one has anything impressive.
Well, or I guess it's more even with like talking to people in general, because when you get into like maybe upperclassmen where you're trying to find an internship or something, when you do this, oh, what's your LinkedIn? It's like you don't actually care about like getting to know the person. You just want that job opportunity or like a possible connection to have in the case that they do get a job or something. It just feels so disingenuous compared to maybe just if you have the same class with someone, then you say hi, homework, let's study together. That's different. But when you're in these networking events where it's like, let me get your LinkedIn, look at my resume, are there any job openings? That's when it's like, bruh, you're just trying to like get a job. Like you don't want the human connection. It's just fake. It just feels fake.
I have to go to the bathroom. I'd love to continue the conversation of networking. You can talk to, I don't know how many viewers I have right now, probably 2, but I'll be right back. I gotta go take a piss. I'd love to continue the networking though. I'll be right back. You can talk to chat if you want.
What's good, chat? I see that there's 10 people watching. How do you guys enjoy live streams though? Like, is it something you actually like tune into, or is it something that you guys just like listen to on the side while you're doing something else? I kind of want to know, because in my opinion, some live streams are not that fun for me, because there's a lot of like filler before stuff goes on. You're riding a bike right now? The editing platform I use Sony Vegas Pro 14. It's a very old version, and then I use CapCut sometimes when it comes to like maybe the subtitles, because since Sony Vegas 14 is so old, I have to use like other softwares for AI.
I'm back. Oh, that's crazy. People are actually chatting. Yeah, I never wash my hands, guys. I never wash my hands. It's like a big thing. Tap water is very bad for you.
Oh, wait. Free ones, I think CapCut's like the way to go if you're going for strictly free. There are cracked versions, which you will have to look deep into and potentially risk like viruses, but CapCut,
get that virus
version, it's like okay.
I would definitely recommend getting a virus. I downloaded Adobe illegally, and I realized that when I was a college student, it was free and available, but I would definitely take the risk, right? I'm a much more risk-taking type of person. And by the way, our conversation about networking, I think, is very important, because at least for me, my perspective is a little different, where I remember I went to this networking thing, right? So like we're kind of in the same area, like San Francisco, and there was this thing in San Francisco where it was like, I have no idea, but like Shark Tank people were going to be there, right? And it was in community college. It was like a club thing. It was like it was expensive tickets, but it's like a fake scarcity type of thing, and it was for free. I was like, okay, cool. It's a free thing. There's a girl that I'm tutoring. We're gonna go together. It's gonna be like a mini date, like all that kind of stuff. And it was shit when I went there. Like everyone's in suits, and it was like this whole networking thing, right? And at the time, I didn't really care about networking. I still don't, with LinkedIn and everything. And I remember I was in this conversation with like these people, right? And people were trying to describe themselves in very big, nice, fancy words. Oh, I do a charity, generated X, Y, and Z. And they're like, oh, what's your LinkedIn? What's your LinkedIn? And what I always say, I didn't have a LinkedIn. And they immediately yeah, like they don't give a shit about me anymore. They just they turn around immediately, go fuck this guy, all that kind of stuff. And someone says, okay, I'm gonna stop reading chat, but I'm gonna mention it. Someone says fumbled. I reject her. Okay, let's keep on going. What did you, or like, what's your perspective on networking, or at least now that you've graduated and you're kind of in the adult world?
I think as much as I hate it, it's something that I have to get used to, because there's like no other choice to do it kind of naturally,
right?
Unless maybe in the YouTube space or like content creator space, that one makes sense. But when it comes to like networking where you just genuinely don't know each other, it's kind of hard to like know. Or maybe if I'm deep in like a career, then I could meet someone else like in the same field, then that could be natural. But right now, where it's just kind of like looking for any job in general, it's very, very fake. People don't really care. People like walk away if you don't have a LinkedIn.
Yeah,
but like,
Troll, by the way, you like I think we have different perspectives again. Like, you think it's fake. I think it's fake as well, but like my perspective's a little different, where I don't find it worthwhile to network with these people. So like, for example, right? Again, I keep on mentioning my cousin because he's just like someone close but so far away at the same time, and he's quite well off and he networks with a lot of people. So I don't remember, but there's like this big rave thing going on in Las Vegas, like one of the biggest raves ever, and he was staying at a very nice hotel and he was just walking around. And with him, how he networks, he just talks to people. He's a very talkative guy. He likes to know people. And he met one of the co-founders of this like giant rave, right? And, like, that's it. And the reason why I mentioned that is because when you're a college student, it's kind of pointless, how I view it at least, to network with these people because they're just college students. They don't really have good connections. Of course, there is that possibility with anything where they could connect you with something, but you know, with networking, I just really just talk to people that I find interesting, and if a relationship stems from it, that's great. I don't try to force things. That's how I view it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think how you're approaching it makes sense too, because it's like if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. But like people in that field are just more like, let me network because more is better, not like actually getting to know you. So in that way, it's like kind of similar anyway. Mm-hmm.
By the way, now that you're an adult, what's it like, right? Like navigating everything. You got your own car. You drive anywhere you want.
It's kind of overrated, not gonna lie. I feel maybe you feel it too, but there's like a pressure always coming to you, feeling like,
okay,
damn, I'm an adult now. Like no more excuses to kind of like get stuff done.
Really?
Like I get that a lot.
Is that something your friends face as well?
Yes, but not as hard because they're still in school. But once you get out of school, it's like you don't really have your own schedule.
Right.
You don't have like classes. You don't have anything to like a structure there.
Yeah.
So when you're out of it, it's like you're really responsible for everything you do every single day. So, yeah. I kind of miss school in that way.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know, you actually
like,
mentioned...
things I hate.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Actually, few things, right? Very good point about having your own structure. I didn't even think about it, but because I've been so deep, I guess one semester deep in, but I've been so deep outside of school that I love it because my perspective on everything has completely changed. I completely forget dates. I thought today was a Monday, and yesterday I thought it was a Thursday, right? But it's the weekend right now. But to me, every day is a weekend. I have complete flexibility in what I want to do, where I booked a cruise on October 19th, but I would be in school, and all like there's so many like problems. And the second thing is, what did you hate so much about school?
It was just, I think a lot of people think this, but it's just sometimes it's stuff that you're not really that interested in, but you feel obligated to pursue it. For me, I didn't like necessarily hate it. I was just kind of like, there's better things I could do.
Yeah.
And I still just went with it because like, kind of like similar with the parents thing and like kind of owing them. But yeah, it's not something I hate for sure. It's just like, that's something I guess I didn't like. So it's very okay. I had a very okay experience, I'd say.
Okay.
That might change though if you're the ones, you know, paying hella money for tuition, moving out, having bad roommates or something.
Yeah.
Then it might be worse. But for me, I was like a commuter anyway, so
Yeah.
that not that much money was like put into it to the point where I'm like every dollar counts.
But by the way, Troll, if you talk to other kids who are being paid by their parents' tuition, like speaking of guilt and obligation, do you notice that they care that they're you know using so much of the parents' money, or is there no guilt?
Ooh, I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's less guilt for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like a trend of like them being maybe more spoiled, but like I've seen people that are like their parents pay for everything and they still like fail their classes. I feel like if your parents pay for your stuff,
Yeah.
like you have to, at least for the semester.
Yeah.
They pay for your semester, right?
Yeah.
At least pass it, or else
Yeah.
if you get 0 credits, nothing. They just paid and you got 0 credits out of it.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. Those people are dumb as shit, Chold. I'm not going to lie, because it's like this weird game. It's like this weird game where you can't be guilty, you don't want to feel obligation. But with those people, there's no understanding of the world, where they don't understand where the money's coming from. They don't understand why they're at school. They're just doing things that they're told to be done, and they do it half-assed as well.
It's different. I think at that point you might as well like try a gap semester if you're not that interested. Because
Right.
it's just money down the drain, and you're wasting your time by maybe like going to half the classes and then getting an F. You have to retake that whole course anyway. So,
Yeah, and is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, Chold?
not really. Were you supposed to have another guest on?
No. Honestly, I'm completely out of ideas with what to talk about. I mean, we could. I'm a very talkative person. We could push this till 3 hours, 4, 6, 12. But I'm more concerned about your time. You said you were like available from 5 to 7, if I'm not mistaken. It's like 7:16
Yeah,
right now.
I would normally be eating dinner right now. It's not like
Yeah.
important like that, but like
Yeah.
If there's nothing else, that's fine. What I gotta say though is
Yeah.
I can see why you do not have to like script out your videos, because you're good with like talking about this. I feel like I would definitely need help with that. Maybe that's a skill I need to get over time. But
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm telling you, bro, I'm autistic as fuck, right? And I say it in a very cool, not demeaning, in a very awesome way, where it's like, I'm something I'm proud of. I'm probably not autistic, but you know, the reason why I mentioned this was because back in high school, I thought about it for a very long time. I was thinking, how could I become the most powerful person in the world? What do I need to do? And I was looking at like presidents and how do people become presidents? Obviously, people look at it in a very pessimistic way where it's connections. You need connections, all that kind of stuff. But I think what's more fundamental is your ability to articulate your words. That's what I thought, right? So literally, I just looked up tongue twisters online and I would spam them every single day. So I could whip out like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and I just go crazy with it. And I noticed I got very good at enunciating words and not stuttering at all, that I realized it made me stand out a little bit too much than what I would have wanted. So I actually throw in stutters, and now it's like perfectly aligned, believe it or not.
Oh, so it's more natural. So it feels more natural.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
forcing the naturalness.
Well, it's not, well, now that there you go, right? Now that I just naturally or used to forcing the stutter and naturally, dude, it's so stupid. I wish I didn't throw in fake stutters, but I got fake stutters now, which is now real stutters, if that makes sense.
Did you ever like do any presentations in like a big group setting?
No. So believe it or not, my ability to like talk is just straight from YouTube. I've like, in high school, I would do presentations. I would fucking kill it. But like for the longest time, it was just, I was never good at it, if that makes sense. And then I remember when I did go to college, there's like clubs I would join, and they would get you to go in front of like this large crowd. I vividly remember first time I finally transferred to my university, and there's this club. They said, "Oh, we'll give you a prize, a financial prize. We'll give you money if you go to this crowd and like do whatever you got to do, it's like yap your ass off. And I was like, oh, it's me, please pick me. And they picked me. I went up, and then you competed with other people in front of the crowd, and I killed it, to say the least.
Wait,
but I was
about what? Just talking?
No, it was a mock interview, right? So they had people from Apple, Amazon, and like some consulting firm. They were the hiring managers there, and they would do a mock interview in front of you, and they would ask me questions about like, generic questions, right? And there was like tiers. So the first person who goes up, they get the easy questions. Second person that goes up, which is me, they get the medium questions. Third person, hard one, and then it'll be like a game where vote yes if you think the person should go to the next round. And everyone's nice. Everyone lets everyone go through. And there's like a final test where everyone competes against each other via how they perform. And I did the best, and I got a $5 gift card. So, yeah, there's that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
From where?
Target. Someone says, "Wow,
Target's pretty good. Target's pretty good."
Yeah, dude. I remember I won another gift card, and I bought like a jump rope with it. So, yeah, nothing too crazy, if that makes sense.
Oh, I'm reading from the chat.
Yeah.
You learn from YouTube just by speaking to the camera. It's just kind of natural.
Are you talking?
I think to Jackson.
Yeah. How did you learn from YouTube? I didn't learn from YouTube. It was yeah. We can keep on talking, Joel. It's like cut me off whenever you gotta go eat food with your family. But I'm enjoying.
I'll make it 7:30.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
9 more minutes.
Yeah, I'll with you.
I think a lot of people force too many things on their life where they see someone do well with girls, so they try to force the exact same charisma, exaggerated swagger of a black young man, and it just never works because they're not that, right? And I, at least from what I understood with enunciation and talking, I never tried to emulate anyone else because everyone has their own vocabulary and diction and how they pronounce things. And that's your benefit, right? People love and glaze a British accent. People will love different accents, and that's just who they are. You don't try to change it, and I think that's just how it works. Just make sure you know what to talk about. It's just practice. That's how I view it.
Yeah, I also noticed there's like a weird benefit in speaking dumb, not dumb in the way of like saying dumb stuff, but like talking without using high vocabulary.
Yeah.
Because it makes it easy for a person to understand. So whenever you use like more complex words, you just try to avoid that, which is really weird to say.
I agree.
Like maybe in writing it's better to have, but when you talk, like nobody's gonna use like super complex words when they speak, for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like you should talk in like an 8th grade level.
I agree.
Or write in an 8th grade level.
Yeah, believe it or not, 50% of Americans can't even read past the 6th grade level, right? I think the idea of using big words, vocabulary, diction, they mean the exact same thing. I could use the word diction to make myself sound more intelligent, which sometimes I do, but it's like the idea of learning context clues, right? If you give enough context clues in the words that you're saying, you can use big words to sound intelligent, but you don't want to leave people out. A president doing a candidate speech is never going to use perplexity. Ever. And that's not even a crazy word, right? But they're not going to use it because it's going to literally cut off 50% of the people listening. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
In scripting a video, should you use more of the 8th grade level or essay version? Okay, so if people don't know, Jackson is actively in chat saying he wants to try to do YouTube. What do you think about his question, Chold?
8th grade level or the essay version? Definitely depends on the topic, but for the most part, if you're doing like commentary style, definitely 8th grade. If you're just like yapping, unless you're doing something more where you think your viewers are actually like a higher age and more intelligent, then stick with 8th grade because that way everybody understands. You're trying to open your audience up to the most people that will enjoy your content.
Yeah, and I think even more practical advice. Just copy someone, right? I think people immediately off the jump, when they have some endeavor or passion they want to get into, it's immediately, I'm going to be different. how can I be different? So I'm going to do everything the exact opposite way. Like Rambo content, I can't lie. Just copy me then, right? And then after some time, you'll realize there's a few things I'm not good at compared to Rambo or Chold. But there's a few things I'm better at, and then you start leaning towards the things you're naturally better at. That applies to reading, writing, fighting. It applies to everything in life. You just copy someone, and then you alternate with what you're good at and abandon what you find useless. That's how I develop my skills, at least.
Yeah, I agree. Like, especially with the topics in like the commentary space, a lot of them are recycled and used. Like, if you search up just any one of your videos, you're gonna find a similar person that made that exact video, maybe saying the same thing, but if you add your personality to it, add your perspective, like, it's there. I guess my point is just saying, like, you're bound to, like, quote unquote copy. It's not gonna be original, but if you put your own, like, twist to it, that's where you kind of stand out. Yeah.
And by the way, Chold, would you want to, by the way, we're not like that close, but I know we live close to each other. So like, this is a real connection. That's how I view things. Would you ever, all right? So I'm talking to my friend. He goes to UCLA and he doesn't do content. He's always been an inspiring YouTuber. And during spring break, I don't know when that is, by the way. I have no idea when spring break is, but he's trying, and me, of course, is trying to go on a cruise where we record a video. And by the way, would you be down to come? A light invitation, no pressure, anything.
The October one? Or another?
No.
You're going to another cruise?
I don't know, maybe. Dude, I'll be honest, cruises are so goddamn cheap. It's kind of, to me, it's something that I don't believe will last for a long time in the context of, once the cruises get smart and realize, okay, I don't think I need to charge $50 a day. I think they're going to bump up the price. I'm just going to spam it. Because I'll be honest, Trolled, I went on a cruise. I had so much fun. I could spam it every other week. Truthfully, it was that much fun. Dude, I could eat as much food as I want. I get unlimited content because there's so many things that happen. It's like, it was great. But yeah, you're invited, Trolled, if you ever want to come on a cruise during spring break. I think that's something me and my friend is planning to do. And
yeah, I mean, I'll consider it, but if that happens, I think we definitely gotta like hang out in person.
Sure.
Like, not like
no, you're good.
You're inviting an online person straight to vacation,
dude,
or like a multiple day vacation. I think, like, I'm definitely open to it though.
No, if anything, if you're more comfortable, invite a friend. I'm sure you got one dude that's down to go on a spring break, and we don't even have to interact if we don't fuck with each other, like for real, right? But it's actually for me,
weird though.
Is it?
I feel like, yeah.
Go ahead.
That's why we got to, like, see how close we are first.
You know what's funny, Chol? You know, when I went to San Francisco, right? With that girl, I've only tutored her. We never hung out. We never did anything. And even crazier, it was like we could go on the bus and go with this entire group. I'm like, fuck that. Let's make it personal. But at the same time, I was like, I don't like driving. Let's be real. I don't like driving, so I don't want to drive to San Fran. And then she was like, oh yeah, let me invite my friends. So I was literally in a car during San Francisco with a bunch of random people. So maybe my perspective is a little different. I'm always open to put myself in like weird positions, because when I was in San Francisco, I was with this girl that I barely know, but like there's like kind of attraction there or romanticism, and then there's another random girl I don't fucking know, an illegal immigrant, and then we got some random white guy, and we got some other random white guy, and I'm stuck in this car in a place that I'm not that comfortable with. So that's like that could be a little bit of my autism showing through.
No, that's normal. I don't know. I'm not the type to be like,
no, you're
I'll
good.
go on like a multiple day thing with that. But yeah,
no, you're right. You're right. I agree.
On that level.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
I feel like.
Yeah. All cool.
But yeah, okay. It's like 7:20. I want to thank you for inviting me to your live, and
of course,
thank you to the chat watching. W's in the chat. I don't know what to say.
I have to think of a name. I can't call them chat because it's not personal. I'm thinking like Ramboner, Ramballs.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
right.
Think Ramboner's a pretty good one.
Yeah, Ramboner's pretty nice.
I don't know what to call my audience either. You know my username is
what?
Is specifically sounding like. Do you know what it sounds like?
The Genshin character, child, or chode?
No. It sounds like a chode, and a chode is like a like a short and girthy.
Oh
thing.
yeah, dude, you should call them that. You
Yeah.
should call them like Toadsters or some shit.
But my username is based off that. It's supposed to sound like that.
Oh really?
So I'm gonna call
I never knew
myself.
that.
I'm gonna call the views myself.
Yeah, it's like, what's up, Toadsters? That's like way better than Jake Paulers. I don't know. Ramboners,
girthy
Ramboers, Chodesters.
Girthy chode or something.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I'll see. I might have someone then vote on it. On like
Yeah,
a post I have.
make it a community thing. It's even more fun like that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you again. Thank
All
you
right.
for inviting me. And
Of course,
Thank you,
thank you for coming, Chold. I hope
Okay.
you have a good dinner and I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. Good
Of
night.
course. Peace out, bro. How was that conversation, everyone, huh? What do we think of that conversation? Jesus Christ. I talked for so long. Even crazier, I've been live for so long. How long I've been? 2 hours. This is not too crazy. W interview. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm going to re-upload everything later at some point. I'm going to upload the interview with the white guy, going to upload the interview with this Asian guy, and then we're going to upload the interview with some Persian guy next. Next interview is some Persian guy. We can't hire him. He's too good. Rambo, you were cooking. Was I? You know what's crazy, guys? I never cook. In the context of, I wasn't trying. And like, I think that's very important. Oh shit, I'm still live. I think that's very important where in the context of, I don't really force things in my life, right? Now, or at least now I'm trying not to force things just because it's more important. You know what, guys? I'm in a good mood. I'm going to test out the quality. We're going to play Genshin Impact. And I'm being super fucking serious. We're going to play a little bit of Genshin Impact. Just going to play a little bit of Genshin Impact, all right? Call me crazy. Rambo likes his Genshin Impact. I like Genshin Impact. I'm going to be 100% honest. Now, let me think about this real quick. Actually, like, you always say you don't care about stuff. Ha ha ha. Here's the thing. I need to say, because so many people don't realize how, like, that is the key to everything, right? Because people put so much importance on things in life. Okay, hold up. Let me turn this on. Oh man, I'm getting sweaty, guys. I'll be honest. That shit was taking me out. I'll tell you what though. I'm glad you guys like the conversation. I appreciate giving the feedback. It builds confidence. It builds confidence in like what I'm doing because I'm trying to build something where it's just me. I don't want to force anything. I don't want anything to be too difficult in life. I just want it to be quick. I just want it to be cool, chill, and simple. I never want anything difficult. I mean, obviously, how do I say this? I don't want things difficult in the context of I have to force myself to do something. I want to do things, and those doing of things is what gives me the result I want. That's another reason why I did YouTube. It's because I thought about it, right? My cousin does like e-commerce. If you guys can't tell, Rambo has a killer account. If you guys see my entire screen, oh, you guys can't see it. I totally forgot. Genshin has like an account like right here or something. Okay, all right. So if you guys can't tell, my account is stacked out of the fucking wazoo. I have every single 5-star character. 5-star is like this rare character. Exactly, being able to enjoy what you do because it's you. Exactly, that's why I chose YouTube, right? It was a long-term play. It's a very long-term play. We're still in the beginning process. And if you guys don't know, Genshin Impact is quite literally just Breath of the Wild, except it has characters or something. Actually, I don't know. But this game is, I don't know. I mean, I think I know why I quit, because right now there's a bunch of chests right here, but I don't know how to open them. So I guess I'll talk to this guy. It's like, what do you do here? Me? I'm a hermit. I live here. Okay, should I read this? Should I not? About your head here, this is what I have to wear. It blocks out the noise. Wow. Is there a way I can open this chest at all? Yeah, I don't think I can. That's the exact reason why I gave up playing this game. Or that's the exact reason why I quit playing the game today. Yeah, I have no clue what they want me to do. But if you guys can't tell, there's like this little thing right. Do people know what this game is? Did you buy or grind? It's a mix. I spent like $40 on this game. Oh, hold up. I think solution is right here. And by the way, I'm a complete tryhard. When I play the game, I make sure I keep track. I make sure I keep track of everything. So because I just got that little thing, I have to check it off. I'm not fucking kidding, bro. This level of autism doesn't just extend to my YouTube or my psychology or my ability to think. It applies to everything. This is how I genuinely play, bro. Okay, I get it. So that's how I open a chest. So I'm assuming there'd be one to like this side if there's one over there. And call me a little crazy, right? I'm assuming the next one is something right here where I have to break it. So let's check this out. Yeah, dude, believe it or not, I've played this game like 500 days in a row. It's honestly kind of crazy. So let me rotate this. I think it'll push and then break or something. No? What am I supposed to do here? What the fuck? Oh, okay. Did I do something? Oh, there we go. I'll tell you what, the puzzles in this game is not hard at all. All right, boom, you got that little character. Is this a goon game or no? You know what this game is? It's like a brain rot type of game. You don't really put too much thought into it, but you have fun, right? I'm taking AP Psych, and a lot of the stuff you say lines up. Here's the thing, psychology is gay. All right, I shouldn't be saying that because I need to be very PC if I want to do this long term, but luckily, I only have like 10 viewers. Psychology is dumb as fuck because realistically, it's something you cannot recreate. Try to recreate psychology. You can't, right? Just because someone gets abused by their family member doesn't mean they'll react the exact same way. That's the truth. Just because your mom hits you doesn't mean I will react like how my mom has hit me versus how, you know what I mean? Psychology is not a science, but they have indoctrinated people to believe that it is. Psychology is dumb. That's my honest opinion. You need a master's in psych or for actual respect. Yes. People need some sort of number to actually, they need proof. I 100% agree with that. And even more honestly, I think I don't care enough about going through school, right? I don't care enough about going to school, trying to impress anyone, because like that defeats almost everything I try to not do. So if I'm constantly just chasing, validation from everyone else, it's a bad thing. But if I don't have enough validation, then I'm also cooked. I'm never going to amount to the things that I want because people need proof. So it's like this tug and pull. And I think very simply, just succeed in making good videos, succeed in YouTube, and the numbers will come, and that itself will be the proof. No one asked Mr. Beast for, you need a master's in psychology, but they'll listen to him because he has so much status that it overrides everything. Guys, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like when I got that, I should have had like another chest. Or at least there's a sound effect to make it sound like there's something worthwhile grabbing. 500K channel 1 to 2 years, I promise. What are you gonna do, huh? You gonna buy ads for me? You gonna make the videos for me? Because I'll tell you what, I appreciate that, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't really sit on numbers too much, right? I'm also like, I don't know, I'm a very chill guy, even though I'm a very flamboyant man as well. But yeah, life is great. Life is chill. I'm loving it. Is what motherfuckers would say. Nope, that's McDonald's. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream just because I've been talking so much. Literally, how long I've been talking for? I don't know how YouTubers do it. But other than that, I really appreciate the support. We'll definitely do this more soon. I plan on streaming almost every day. The times will range from whenever I want to. Other than that, guys, thank you for all the support. You're going to see the live stream and the podcast sooner or later. Go on cruise again? I am. I'm going on that fucking cruise. It was so fun, and I'm going to make hella videos out of it. Bye, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the live stream. And damn W stream, it was nothing. It was nothing. Let's be real. That was